Well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How are you doing today? I want to take a look at a model kit that I purchased probably 6 months ago that I've been dying to crack open and been wanting to do this video and talk a little bit about the car that this is a model of. It's this kit right here, the Matt and Debbie Hay T-Bird. This has been an iconic car in our hobby for, well, since the late 80s or early 90s when the original kit, which I happen to have kind of right here, I bought it when it first came out back in, let's see, what is that? It says here 1990 it came out. We're going to take a look at the last version, which this one came out in 2014. And already a little story about this kit. This version was told by Matt Hay himself, who I've been lucky enough to meet and kind of become friends with, and we talk a bit. And we met up at Andy's, if you might have seen this video right here. But I'm going to show you that interview at the beginning of this, just to get things kicked off. He talks a little bit about the whole thing with the, getting that kit back out. Hopefully one of these days I'm going to go check out the car and we'll do a video on it and get some really good coverage of the car. But right now, this video is just, we're going to check out the kit and talk a little bit about the kit and the real car, and maybe look at the old kit to see some of the difference. I kind of parted some things out of the old kit. I don't know what's missing. There's enough in there for us to take a look and see the difference between the two. I was really excited to get this kit when it came out back in 14. I wanted to get it because I've always wanted to build a model of this car, and I figured this is probably a nicer version kit, and Matt has confirmed that, and the decals are much better to be able to do the car and get the proper graphics and all that. I actually, this is in the video, and Matt actually held this kit.
Wait, what?
And I wouldn't let him buy it because I wanted it.
Damn!
That's the kind of jerk I am. Well, let's check out that kit. We'll get the camera turned around, or actually, we're going to go over to my model bench, and we're going to take a look at it and talk a little bit about the car. I just found one of these. Do you know anything about this car? Can you tell me anything about it? I've never...
Very little. I know it's pink.
Is it? I heard it's very pink.
It's pink. When you paint it right, it's very, very pink.
Yeah?
But yeah, I know a little bit about this kit. The original kit we had issued in 1990. Revell,
Yeah,
course, yeah.
With the hot rod on it.
With the hot rod, and then they had to quit doing the hot rod logo because hot rod wanted too much in royalties and Revell wasn't making any money.
Ah, that's what happened.
Yeah, so then in 2013, we bought the original car back, the original real car. Mm-hmm. I got a hold of Revell. My buddy's up there, and there's only like one guy still up there that I dealt with. And I said, hey, we just bought the original Matt W. Pink Thunderbird back, and I wanted to know if I could still have the rights just for advertising it as a Revell kit and whatnot, and shirts. And they said, well, yeah, no doubt we can do that. And I said, by the way, we're going to reissue the kit in 2014. So it all worked out, which was my surprise. I didn't know they were going to do that.
Yeah.
And once they did do it, then we had to sign the contracts and whatnot to redo the song contracts. Yeah, so this kit, this is the second issue.
Yes, and unfortunately, the only one that's been found in this collection, and it's mine, because I've been wanting since the 80s to build a model of your car, and now.
This one, however, though, for the viewers, is a molded in white.
Yeah, that's the other plus. And I'm hoping that it has better decals, better quality decals. That's the big reason why I wanted that one. Yeah. So
a lot of people bought this kit to redo their older kit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have the old one, but I'm going to build that one.
Yeah, it's a neat piece. Yeah, this came out, gosh, it's been 11 years ago.
I know. Time rolls on, man.
That's the second issue.
Yeah.
Well, it was kind of cool because it came out with Tommy Ivo's 4-engine dragsters at the same time. So
yeah, they were pumping out a lot of the old kits from the 80s when they at that time. And then Revell went and got sold, and who the heck knows. It'd be nice to see that stuff again, but we never know, huh?
Can't even get a hold of them anymore.
Yeah. Well, thanks a bunch for giving us a little what's going on with that. We're going to do a bigger video one of these days.
One of these days.
And go look at the real ones.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
The real cars.
So we've got the 2014 kit here, and we are going to open this up. But while we're getting this cracked open, and I've got little Luka here, found little Luka, so we're in good shape. We're going to get this kit opened up, taking a look, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of facts about this car. So back in October of 1988, I received my November issue of Hot Rod magazine, and going through the pages of that, I saw two cars that really lit my interest in Pro Street. I was already liking Pro Street cars, but these two cars really caught my eye and took it to another level. And of course, at this point, I'm really heavy into my model building now, wanting to do a lot of kit bashing, and I want to build some Pro Streets. And these two cars, one being, of course, Matt and Debbie Hayes' beautiful Thunderbird, but also Rocky Robertson's Buick LeSabre. This car basically inspired a build that I took on back in those days that was a little more than I could handle, but I kind of took off with that, and I think I'll do a later video on that build. But this is what we want to concentrate on, is on the other page was Matt and Debbie Hayes' Pro Street Thunderbird. And man, at that time in 1987, the new look for the Ford cars like the Mustang and the Thunderbird, man, I love that composite headlight, what they call the arrow noses. Just absolutely love the look of this car. And I thought immediately it looked great as a pro stock. Of course, it would make a great Pro Street car. And holy cow, did it ever. And I saw this and I go, I want to build a model of that too one day. And at the time, Monogram had their Turbo Coupe. I think it was the 87 Turbo Coupe came out. And I thought, well, cool. Between the Pro Stock chassis of the Thunderbirds, that Monogram had been putting out, and of course, this street car, I could do this. So it was kind of put on the back burner. I first started working on the Buick that we will go over. I actually didn't do a LeSabre. I did a Grand National, and I will feature that in another video. But I set this idea aside. But then Revell came out with this kit in 1990. I hadn't started the idea I had of building it. Coming out with the kit, oh, definitely got to build it one day. And I bought that original kit that I showed you, kind of put it aside for many, many years, never got into doing it, but I'm really wanting to build this, and now getting the opportunity to possibly go take a look at the car up close and knowing the owners, well, I think it's appropriate to probably in 2026, this is going to be the year that I'm going to build the Matt and Debbie Hayes Pro Street Thunderbird. And I'm really looking forward to it. And that is why I needed to get this kit, because I figured it's going to have the better decals. And that's really the big reason why I want it. We're going to be comparing them here shortly. So let me give you a little bit of a background on this car. So back in 1988, Carcraft Magazine had their Street Machine Nationals held in DuQuoin, Illinois. This was about the fall. They would have it late summer, early fall. So by November of 88, all the magazines started coming out showing this car because it really killed at the Street Machine Nationals. I'll give you a little rundown of all the accolades that they received for this car. I'm telling you, it was impressive for its debut. And this was the first show, and it got, of course, best engine compartment. It's going to, because of that crazy cool double supercharged intake and all that stuff, all the induction there. Intercoolers, just a fantastic looking engine bay. Best trick paint, go figure. Came in second for best engineering, and this car was definitely an exercise in automotive engineering. And of course, as we talked about, that engine bay with those double superchargers, and it came second best supercharged vehicle. It got best overall Pro Street, and the overall show, it got second as best overall street machine. So, man, that is quite a line of awards at one of the biggest shows in the country for this thing, its first time out. And of course, obviously, this is just from end to end perfect build. And it was definitely great fodder for a model car kit like this. So let's go ahead and we're going to flip this around and open it up. So here we go. I'm looking forward to checking this out. I've been wanting this kit since it came out in 14. So glad to get a hold of one and dying to see those decals. And right off the bat, there's our Pro Street tires. Those are the ones that came in this kit back in the day. Beautiful tires. These originally came in the Rick Dauberton kit, the J2000. That's what they were first made for. And back then, they also used to say Firestone. It looks like they took the Firestone off. Beautiful, beautiful Pro Street tires. Glass is outstanding. Those composite headlights that I really, really like. And everything's all the plastic is in one bag and the chrome is in one bag. Easy. Let's get a look at these decals. All right, nice decals. And we will compare them. There's our red lenses for the taillights, and of course we've got the instructions. Let's take a quick look at those instructions. Ooh, better instructions than they used to be. It's like a booklet. You see that has the staples in it. Every bit of information we need, part numbers and what they are. That's what's nice about the more up-to-date Revell instruction sheets. It gives you all the information we need. And there's that fantastic chassis. Look at that. What's so great about this kit is it's got the opening trunk and the detail that we have of all the drip rails and everything inside and the gasket. That just makes for a beautiful looking truck. And when you build a Pro Street, they have such cool trunks with all the cool stuff in them. Of course, we're going to want to show off what's in there. So it's always great to open up the trunk on a Pro Street model. And it's nice that they did it for us. And there's all our decal placements. Beautiful. And back to looking at these decals. Definitely going to be a lot better. It's got all the contingency decals that I was hoping would be still on from the previous sheet. We've got the graphics look so much better. The red looks better. Now we got the chrome. Let's open this up. Absolute beautiful chrome. All the detail that we want. Just great detail in this kit. That's what made this kit so stellar. Got a little bit of some yuck going on right there on the rear spoiler. I have to figure out something else. Won't be able to go with, oh, we got some there too. We won't be able to go with using the kit chrome on that, but that spoiler might be better to be more of an aluminum. And this right here, this was the winner, the B&M shifter. Oh man, when that came out, I used to raid the B&M shifter out of all these kits. I would buy up that Hot Rod Lincoln version of this just to use all parts, and I would just raid up those B&M shifters. They are just cool. But unfortunately, and this one looks like it has it, they would always have a sink mark. Every once in a while you get lucky and it wouldn't have that sink mark. They still were having those sink marks. But the good thing is now our buddies at Scale Speed Garage and VCG Resins are making 3D printed B&M shifters that are beautiful. So I'll probably go with that when I build this kit, because that's kind of a bummer. It's got that sink mark in it. But everything else looks really good. The blemishes in the chrome, like I said, the spoiler, we got that C6 transmission right there, the pan. Those excellent Ford Motorsports valve covers. Outstanding, with such a really nice looking small block Ford, 302 in this kit. Look at the beautiful intercoolers and radiators. Just the detail is so amazing in this kit. Let's go ahead and get the bag open with the main parts of the kit itself. Look at that body. It is so nice for it to be white plastic this time. I'll show you the old kits, the pink they did it with. But look at that, nice and straight, beautiful body. Look at that trunk. That's what I was talking about. Look at that detail, that trunk. You got the whole lip, a rain gutter. Perfect. Gotta have that for a Pro Street. Get all that beautiful looking stuff in the trunk, and you want that trunk open. And just look at that. That's going to look so cool with that trunk open. Now on to this chassis. And this is, it's unique. It was started out as an Allison kit chassis from what I believe Matt told me. I could be wrong here, so I might get corrected later on. But it's pretty much Matt's design and a lot of his engineering. He put a lot into it. And from what I understand, Revell very much, with a lot of accuracy, nailed what the chassis of this car is like. And that beautiful 4-link suspension in the back there with the wheelie bars. Just beautiful, beautiful work. And we've got the speakers, because this car also had a full-on Orion system. And the decals for the Orion used to be on it, but they must not have the licensing, so it wasn't on this decal sheet. We'll take a look at the old decal sheet here in a little bit when we compare, and I'll show you. But yeah, this has got a full Orion stereo system in there. And remember, we didn't look at those close, but right here, got the Orion amps. And that is a great added detail and an opportunity to do some cool wiring. And now, right here, we've got all the floor, all the detail for it. That looks absolutely cool. Beautiful Ford 9-inch rear end. Go along with that Trix suspension. Got the roll bars there for the main cage seats. And beautiful separate door panels. I love it. This was an early time in Revell when they started doing separate door panels instead of having an interior tub, and it make it a lot easier for painting. And there we are with that beautiful 302. Look at the detail on those heads. This was just a dynamite looking small block Ford. Never really got a lot of those in kit form, and they just did a great job. And here we go with the front fascia, the deck lid, the hood scoop. And take a look at this dashboard. Beautiful detail, stock dash, not a race car dash. Pro Street, man. This thing, it was driven on the street. They actually tagged it and everything and made it street legal. I love how they also kept the stock steering wheel. Keep some of that Fox Body Ford DNA in that car. So now we're going to take a quick look at the old kit. I have most of it here. I'm not sure what's missing. Let's wait till we look in there. There's those decals. Red was totally off. And there are those Orion decals. So we're going to need those for the build. And here we are going to do a comparison of the decals. And see that red? Just so much better. I mean, graphics are much more richer. Just a better decal sheet. So this is going to work out really good for the build. And there we go. There's those Orion decals. And how cool is this? We've got gauge cluster decals and the tack, all that stuff. We didn't have it back in the old version. So that's a big plus. It's nice to have that stuff. That's going to help out in the build. And there we go. Take a look at that. That Pepto-Bismol pink. Oh, man. There's no way you could go with that pink anyways. That's not right for the car. So you'd be painting it anyways, but it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. Any problems in painting, we're not going to have any problems with the dye that's in this plastic. And there's our little area for the super trap. Both bodies, perfect. Exactly the same. Okay, here we go with all the Pepto-Bismol pink parts. There's that beautiful chassis there. Here's the glass. Looks like we got a little blemish there. That could be polished out. And here, let's take a look at the chrome tree. And of course, what's missing? Yeah, a couple parts. But definitely that shifter's gone. So it definitely went somewhere else. But that's not a problem. And this rear spoiler looks to be in a lot better condition than the other kit. So I might use that spoiler. Again, all depending on the direction. When I take a close look at the car, it might not be that chrome of a spoiler. So And here we had some parts off the tree, and I put them in a bag here for safekeeping. And we've got all our valve covers and headers because we're going to need that. And there, I had already put this engine all together, and you can see how beautiful this thing was. It's such a nice job. Perfect 302 Windsor block. And here's something that you don't get a lot is a C6 automatic transmission. They did a wonderful job with that, even on the top where it gets hidden. Beautiful detail, accurate, and not many times you get to have an automatic transmission. Usually the model kit companies like to do your stick shift standard transmissions, and they just did a nice job on this one. And there's that pan again, that C6 pan. Then there we go, the Matt and Debbie Hay Pro Street Thunderbird. Just absolute beautiful car. I cannot wait to build this. Probably going to be one of my 2026 models. I hope to be able to get a chance to go see the car in person, get some beautiful shots, do a video on it. I want to look at some heavy detail that I want to put into this model when I build it. And it is going to turn out really cool when I get done with it. That's the plan. It is a model I've wanted to build since I first saw the car in 1988. And I'm looking forward to getting on that. Hopefully I can figure out what the real paint code is. We'll see. We'll get some good shots. We'll figure it out. So there you go, man. There's a whole look at this kit. And why do we love opening up these boxes and rummaging through and taking a look at these kits? Why is that? Because it's fun. Here's the producers.